ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਜੋਹਨ ਟੋਰੀ ਨੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਆਊਟਬ੍ਰੇਕਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਸਾਂਝੀ ਕੀਤੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕੋਰੋਨਾ ਕਾਰਨ ਇਹ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਮਸ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵਾਂਗ ਸੈਲੀਬ੍ਰੇਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਛੁੱਟੀਆਂ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਹਾਈ ਨੰਬਰ ਕੇਸ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਮਸ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ 78 ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਮੌਤ ਇਸ ਅਲਾਮਤ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਹੈਲਥ ਦੀਆਂ ਹਦਾਇਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਾਲਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੱਦ ਤੱਕ ਕੋਰੋਨਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਅ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਸੀ।
I know the Christmas that many of us just celebrated was a different Christmas than in years past, but it was what we had to do in order to ensure that we have a better 2021. The threat of COVID-19 remains very real. That is evidenced by the record high daily number of new cases reported yesterday and again today, as Dr. Davila will outline. Since our last update, just before Christmas, more than 4,200 people in our city of Toronto alone have tested positive for this virus. And in the 6 days from Christmas Eve to today, 78 people have tragically died right here in the city of Toronto due to COVID-19. Imagine losing a loved one at Christmas. 78 families in Toronto had to endure that this year, and we extend condolences to all of those grieving families. We are still far from gaining the upper hand with this deadly virus, and we have another chance to show how much better we can do at following public health advice with the upcoming New Year's Eve and the weekend to follow. Thank you to the residents who did the right thing and stayed home this Christmas and are continuing to stay home as much as possible this week and over the coming weeks. But the bottom line isn't as happy. We, as individual residents of the city and as families and friends of one another, we simply have to do better. Special thanks are due to our frontline and essential workers, many of whom worked for us and with us and supporting us over the holidays. Whether it's our healthcare, grocery store, pharmacy, delivery, factory, personal support, TTC, winter operations workers, or whether it's paramedics, firefighters, police officers, and many more, all of them have been completely dedicated throughout this pandemic, and we're forever grateful for that commitment and continued service on their part. We know how hard our frontline and essential workers are working during the pandemic, and we know we need to help support them through these challenging times. And so, as we did earlier in the pandemic, for this lockdown, we'll be providing emergency childcare for the children of essential workers during the provincially mandated remote learning period from January 4th to January the 8th. In addition to community childcare centres approved by the province, 3 of the city's childcare centres, along with the city's home childcare agency, have submitted applications to the province to provide these services to eligible essential workers during this time. They include the Shoreham, O'Connor Satellite, and Taylor Creek Early Learning and Childcare Centres. The city's provided emergency childcare to essential workers from almost the very beginning of this pandemic because we knew this was the right thing for us to do.